Are we going?
Yes.
Oh, we're like recording right now. Okay.
We have prepared a ton for this video, so get ready. It's going to
Oh my gosh, it's a Monday.
be... It is.
You know whenever I bring Drew on, that it's like, hey, Brian didn't have anything planned, so he and Drew are going to riff. Sort of. But anyway, hi, this is Right Now. We're going to talk about the TWSBI GO and the TWSBI Eco. Been getting questions about it. The Go is a relatively new pen. We haven't really talked about it. It kind of hit at this time when Andy and I were out a lot, so I figured we'd talk about that a little bit. Drew's never actually inked one up.
No.
I wanted to take it apart and show you how it works. So let's just go for it. So I didn't realize I did that.
Well, it's going to happen. Now, anytime you say go, it's like, I meant to say that.
That's TWSBI GO. Okay.
Okay. So it posts.
It posts.
See that?
Yeah. It's like a. It kind of looks. It looks to me like a student pen. Like it leans into that a little bit more. You know, the Eco. I don't know. I guess is a little more like a college student pen as opposed to a high school student.
Higher education.
Yeah, perhaps. Both really solid pens. They use the same nibs. So the writing experience is going to be very similar, but the filling mechanism is different. The most notable part is that the piston on the Eco is a twist piston, and on the Go, it's going to be a, what do you call it, a button fill or a press piston, push piston, whatever the technical term is. Very simple design, but fills really well, still high ink capacity, reliable pen, etc. Now the plastic's a little cloudier. Part of that's a different type of plastic, so it's going to be a little softer, not as finely like polished and whatnot. So aesthetically it looks a little bit different, but yeah, it's $10 cheaper. So that's pretty cool. It's under $20 for the TWSBI GO. Solid writing pen, man. It's hard to go wrong.
Any, nice pen under $20 not only is kind of tough to find, but when you do find one, it's just like gold. And it's great to recommend to other people for getting, into the hobby. And generally a great, like you said, college pen, student pen, something to keep just on you, on the go, wherever you go. It could be a great work pen, just something you don't really have to worry a ton about. Yeah.
You said go multiple times.
Yeah,
how can you not lean into that?
That's probably how they came up with the name. They just couldn't help it.
I'll let you ink it up. I wanted to
Let's do that.
Show everybody how I take it apart.
A lot of threads on the barrel.
So it's got a few threads on the barrel. So the nice thing about TWSBIs is they make them pretty user disassemblable. This one doesn't come with a wrench or anything like that. They don't really lean hard into disassembling this one, but I wanted to show you how to do it just as kind of a hack. And so the easiest way I find is if you press the spring down.
Yeah, 2 scores. Well, no,
and hold it.
Maybe 3.
And then you unscrew the knob on the back end, and it's a reverse thread, so you got to unscrew it. It's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty, so it's a little bit
That's
weird.
what they say.
The spring comes off, and then it has this little metal collar, which has these little notches in it. You can use a paper clip, or actually I can just use my fingernail. I have pretty soft fingernails too, but I can even do it. You just kind of like jam your fingernail in there, and you can unscrew that little collar. You can see that. Woo, there it is. And then you can just pull the piston right out. And then if you want to clean it, you can use a bulb syringe in the back. You can Q-tip it out, whatever. It makes it really easy to do that. A little bit of silicone grease on here. And then to reassemble it, you just put the piston back in there, take the shroud, the collar, kind of get it in there, use your fingernail, just kind of get it tight enough. Put the spring on, and then twist it to the left. Voila.
See, I was inking this thing up. I didn't even see what you did. Now I'm going to have to watch this thing.
You're going to have to watch the video.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
And the little, the metal ring with the little notches in it, you could easily, find something that fits in there.
Oh, yeah.
If, you didn't want to use your fingernails, you could, manipulate some hunk of metal into untwisting
shout out to Penboy Roy, beat me to it, but he did a good video using a paper clip, and you just like bend the ends of the paper clip.
There you go.
Makeshift tool there. So good job, Roy.
There you go.
All right, Drew, what you got inked up here?
Well, this is a TWSBI GO, Brian. So this is something new that TWSBI comes out with.
Sass. I think you got a broad nib on that one, right?
Oh, yeah, there it is on the side there.
Yep. These are Yobo nibs. These are German-made nibs, even though TWSBI is not German. They're a Taiwanese company.
What does this even say?
What's it, broad?
Oh no, that's just a swirl. That's not a bee.
It's broad.
I don't know. It doesn't say. I think the nib indicator is a little bit too far down into the collar.
Is it?
I don't see. Yeah.
I know that it's broad, so I can tell you that it's broad.
Oh no, that's definitely extra fine.
It's broad.
All right.
So what we're doing right now is we're writing some thank you notes. This is something that we do on every order that goes out, and we actually have been having like a company-wide initiative because we're gearing up for the holidays, so we're like trying to sign in advance. Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, that's juicy.
Wow. It looks completely different in that broad than it does. This is a fine nib that I've got here. Now,
I was about to say they look extremely different.
They really do, and we'll show it up front here. But it just goes to show it's a characteristic of the ink. Also, it can show, with the pen, different nib sizes can make your inks look different. Boom.
Ooh, I like this.
I like your handwriting better than mine, Drew.
Well, when you write
when
you write with a broad, it masks a lot of the imperfections.
See, that's up for debate because I hear from so many people that they like to use finer nibs because they feel like it makes their handwriting look better. I feel the opposite.
If you are highly caffeinated, you see a lot more shakes and jitters with an extra fine. I can guarantee it.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
proven.
how I feel too.
Oh, I've seen it happen. I'm like, and
maybe it's if
you
you're
see wiggles and squiggles.
Maybe it's if you're writing in a small like lined constraint. You know what I mean, like a 7mm ruling or something like that. A broad could look difficult.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, it can look messy and.
But yeah, some people feel like the finer
haphazard
straighten out their writing a little bit. I don't know. So anyway.
Either way, yeah.
So what's your opinion now, having inked this thing up? Like maintenance-wise, what are you thinking?
I don't really think I would personally need to take this pen apart. I know a lot of people like to, but
it's so easy to flush.
I really don't think it's a big deal. So to me, this would be a great pen to purchase for folks during the holidays that I think might not be worth spending more on, but
wow, you're going there, huh?
No, I mean, a lot of folks here have bought fountain pens for family members, like, because we're excited about that. I want you to be excited about it too. I don't know, that's the way I am. Anything I'm into, I want everyone to be into, because I'm like, okay, clearly this is amazing and you should love this as much as me. But I have bought fountain pens for people that's just not their thing.
Oh,
and I've paid, it's either a Jinhao or something a little bit more expensive. So I've gone the Metro route, I've gone the Safari route.
Yeah.
This is right in there as well. Maybe even more ideal because it shows you in such a fun way how a fountain pen works and what it takes.
And what's happening and when you're filling it and when you're not. The tough thing about most other cartridge converter pens is you can't always see when the ink is coming up. Now, most converters you can, but like the Metropolitan, for example, I love the Metropolitan. It's one of my favorite pens. Mm-hmm. But with that aerometric filler in there, you can't see when you're filling and when you're not.
And even when it's just sitting on the desk, it's not a conversation starter. It looks like a pen. It's a sleek, little pen. But this,
looks like a pen.
You look like this. You look at this, and you're like, what the heck is going on here? You see a clear barrel, no clip. You see a springy apparatus. People are going to ask questions about this thing. And if you're like me and you just want to talk about fountain pens and make sure that everyone knows how freaking awesome they are, this is a good thing to do.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm right there with you.
It's like a nice coffee table book.
So I found, for me personally at least, it's become one of the go-to kind of starter pens.
It should be, absolutely.
In years, I haven't come across a pen that I feel is like, yeah, this one should be in the 5 fountain pens for newbies video. That video has stood the test of time, and it's one of our most popular videos of all time. Mm-hmm. But the TWSBI GO now is like, crap, this really should be in this video now. Now that video is dated because the GO is not in it. But I would consider it on par with any of the pens that I have in that video.
And knowing Philip over at TWSBI, as soon as you get this one in there, he'll come up with something new and inventive and innovative.
Oh, yeah.
TWSBI is really cool with pushing the envelope in an affordable way.
Yeah. So this is cool. I had high hopes for it. I mean, there's some critiques about it, that it looks too much like a kid pen or whatever. It's, I get it. It's legit. It's aesthetic. That's an opinion. I think for what it is, it's a phenomenal value. And, a lot of people got it in their hands now. We've had it for a few weeks, and it's been extremely well received with good reason. So we just wanted to kind of show it off with you guys a little bit, teach a little bit about some of the finer points of the GO. Of course, I'm still a huge fan of the Eco. I think that is also a phenomenal pen.
Right.
Also, the 580 is a phenomenal pen. The Mini, really TWSBI's whole lineup. they have really kind of honed it in.
Yeah, and a lot of what we said are perks of the Go are also perks of the Ego.
Absolutely.
So it's really just up to you and what speaks to you.
Yeah. So you can check it out on gouletpens.com. I don't know what our stock is of Ecos at the moment.
We've got some.
I know they're coming and going, and because they're relatively new, so we'll get depleted, we'll get restocked, and it'll kind of go like that for a little.
Anytime you're watching this video, they are ordered.
That is
always true.
Yeah, but anyway, we hope you learned something here. Hope you have a fantastic Monday. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks Drew for being on. And right on.